Good morning, everyone. How you doing? Well, let's get into it. I said months ago that I was not a fan of James Thune of South Dakota. They made him Senate Majority Leader. Wasn't thrilled about it. I was hoping for Rick Scott. I'm glad it wasn't John Cornyn, so I got something in the middle. But after Tuesday's election last week, Trump is now shifting the blame to Senator Thune, as well as he should be. And he's telling them, change the filibuster rule and get this government back open. Because if one thing we saw last week happen, especially in the New Jersey election, where we saw Trump the year before come close to winning New Jersey, and he flipped about 5 to 6 counties red from blue. This year, all those counties went back to blue. And even though everyone says everything's better now than it was under Biden, even though they weren't crazy about Phil Murphy, even though they weren't crazy about Mickey Sherrill, the one who's taking over, they voted for her anyway. Because a lot of people in Jersey probably feel betrayed by Trump. If that's the one election, that's it, that put the onus on Trump more than anything else. Because let's face it, Jersey's a blue state. And Jersey only goes red when they're totally frustrated. And then they're very apt to go back to the other way they were voting anyway. For whatever reason, I don't know. As people continue to flee out of New Jersey into red states, to which I tell you people, if you're conservative, welcome to the South. If you're a leftist, please stay in Jersey and finish the job you started. But then we saw Virginia. We saw, despite the approval of Governor Youngkin, who had a 57% approval rating, Winsome Sears, his lieutenant governor, could not win the election. In fact, the very left, who said last year you need to vote for the black female because it's the right thing to do, voted for the pale white honky this year. And the Dems voted for the pale white honky, who seems to be the DEI queen, from what they say. Then people were making excuses. Well, you know, she's a foreigner. People didn't like her. Well, the person who just won the lieutenant governor race is also a foreigner and also a Muslim. Now, we all know Northern Virginia carries the weight there. And because a lot of federal employees were laid off, let go, they're probably angry. Still the right thing for Trump to do is to cut down the size of the government. But now, as we're struggling to pay air traffic controllers, the military, and even the Democrats' own base of SNAP and EBT card benefits, the onus is now on John Thune. And even Trump is calling him out. As well, I think this was definitely planned. He was willing to write it through Election Day. Now, he's going to shift the target off of Schumer and put it on Senator Thune. You have the power to change the filibuster rule. You have the power to get a simple majority and open the government up. What are you waiting for? I said Senator Thune was no good. I thought he backstabbed Trump at some point in time, and this is what he's trying to do. He's trying to hurt Trump. He's been part of the establishment now for many, many years. I remember when he first took over for Tom Daschle. He was new, upcoming, and we were excited, but he's become just like everyone else in D.C. He's been there too long, and he needs to go. Or he needs to step down. Or do the right thing, then we'll toss you out. Because eventually, Senator Thune, your re-election is going to come up. And I'm sure Trump is going to get someone up in the bullpen ready to primary you out. Senator Thune, just do the right thing. End the filibuster rule. Because even though the Democrats are technically responsible for keeping the government shut down, you're responsible for letting them keeping the government shut down. Your comments down below what your opinion like to know. Keep the country in prayer. We'll talk to you later.